Money is like sleep, food, water, and oxygen. In today's world, we simply cannot survive without it. And MD, Dr. Jim Buse, shares his insight.
So I love the training and support. I love the income. In my 5th month in the business, I made more money in part-time than I made from my medical practice full-time.
With this company, we all have an equal opportunity to become as successful as we choose. Meet Rebecca. She has consistently ranked among the top 10 business builders, along with physicians and some savvy businessmen. When the economy spirals and the stock market wobbles, you are your best resource. When you have the right vehicle, anyone can make money. Whether you're in a booming economy or an economy where people are cutting back, like maybe only going to the salon once a month rather than once a week, or they go to the library and check out books or movies in lieu of expensive entertainment, it doesn't matter with this one. The market is always open. When people are suffering, they'll hawk the house, the car, and the kids to get relief. I know I would have. Fortunately, I didn't have to. I found great value. Today, people are looking for value, the best thing at the best price. North Americans are beginning to recognize the fact that if we can't afford prevention now, we certainly will not be able to afford major sick care costs later. Many physicians are recognizing this fact and carrying the banner for true wellness and prevention.
We were charged with discussing the concept of new medicine with you, and really what new medicine means is old medicine is broke. Broke two ways. It's broke in and it has no money. And the reason is because our technology is advanced to the point that we can help the very sick very well at a very high price. And that system is no longer working.
It's so much more economical to put oil in an engine regularly than it is to wait until we blow up the car and have to replace the engine. Wouldn't you agree? The economic factor is the lesser concern. Staying well and feeling good, keeping our toes and feet, and ability to do all the fun stuff we love to do, people can't put a price tag on that. They recognize their health is their biggest asset. People are very concerned about phrases they've heard recently like, "We will not be covering things that are considered natural processes of aging." Does that mean bad hips, bad knees, bad backs, whatever? So we as a nation are diligently searching for better solutions to keep us well longer as we age. I have a huge respect for this couple. Did you know that nurses are the most respected professionals in North America?
I could not find freedom here. It sounds crazy in one of the freest nations in the world, but I had to be in somebody else's time schedule. If something went on in my life, I had to ask for time off. I worked 50 to 60 to 70 hours a week in my career field, and then when I wasn't working my career field, my husband was a commander, and so I had to leave work and then become Mrs. Commander and do all the social activities that were required of that. So we were on 24/7, had no balance whatsoever.
So one of the things that we don't like to visit very often because things were really bad. And yes, we had good careers. We were able to get to the top of the ladder in my military career, and Pat was able to get to the top of the ladder in her nursing career. But when we got to the tops of the ladders and we were looking at retirement, it just wasn't there. What we thought we had was totally gone.
Mac went to an event and came home and said, "Pat, there's a business with this," and the gentleman that introduced it said that you could live your life through the business, and I take my family on a week vacation every month, whether I need to or not. And Mac came home and said, "That's what we've been looking for 15 years. We'd interviewed a lot of businesses to find out, like Mac said, how we could live life through it without any limitations. We didn't want any limitations at all this time around. We'd already done our career, loved our careers, but they had too many limitations."
And I looked at Pat and she looked at me and I said, "You mean I could earn money with you talking?"
And I said to Mac, I said, "You know what we have just found? I said, in 15 years of medicine, sitting in an emergency department, I said, if I could come up with an invention that would proactively keep people well, or if I could come up with a solution that when they're already challenged, they have a footprint or a journey map to follow that's easy, that doesn't have to change a lifestyle change, but is easy and they'll comply with, we could be very, very wealthy.
I saw a huge door open, and it was a door for physical and financial wellness. And it's not just that one door opens, and as soon as you move through that, there's multiple doors behind that. And your whole life opens up. You've opened up your mind. The human's being more training than Nikan has. It shows you how to capture that mind, how to capture the dreaming, and just go for it. There is no stopping if you just look out there into the future, have your eye on the future. The past is behind you, and I always say, you know, as soon as something happens, it's in the past. Get over it, forget about it, it's already done, you can't change it. Learn from it and move forward. And that's all that Nikan has given us the opportunity, is move forward, have fun, and just get out there and enjoy life. That's what it's meant to be.
This man made a fortune in commercial real estate. He understands leverage and cash flow.
My name is Ihor Lenko. My background has been in real estate for well over 20 years, both brokerage and development, as well as in the import-export business. I got involved in Nikan strictly because of the company, the stature of the company, from where it was coming. The fact that it was #1 in Japan in its field spoke volumes to me. Thereafter, I started researching the company, did my due diligence, and had the wonderful fortune of making a decision to find out more. And when I first got involved, I had a wonderful experience. Some people find it strange. I got involved in a car accident, got hit from behind at 60 miles an hour while stationary at a red light. Trip to the hospital, physio, chiropractic, on and on. Yet these products did more for me than anything else. But even then, I did not want to acknowledge it. See, I thought it was myself wanting to get better. That's my nature. But what really hit home for me was the fact that, God forbid, had that accident been any worse, what could I do for a living? Because until that point in time, 100% of my income was strictly dependent on me. If my income source got jeopardized, where would that leave me? Where would that leave you today? God forbid something happens to you, whether it's a downsizing, a physical ailment, and that's what really struck at the heart of the matter for myself. I started looking at Nikan from a whole different perspective. When I got involved, I didn't set the world on fire at first. My first check was $14. And that wasn't for a day, a week, that was for an entire month, just for people out there. They can make far more from this than a lot of traditional businesses. So it is a business first and foremost, and if you treat it as a business, it'll pay you as such. I was up to $28,000 per month on a part-time basis.
I love this lady. She is so caring and compassionate. She also is a very intelligent woman. She gets the bigger picture.
My background is in education. I was a school teacher. I was extremely involved in our community, and life was great until I got sick one morning. 15 years ago, I woke up paralyzed to the left side of my body. I ended up in a wheelchair, and I was subsequently diagnosed with a chronic progressive neurological condition. And the bottom line is I was desperate and I had nothing to lose. I was going downhill and I thought, what have I got to lose with these products? So I started using everything. I covered myself from nose to toes 24/7, and I started noticing a big difference in my energy level. I noticed a huge difference in the quality of sleep that I was getting, my balance, the tingling, the numbness, the weakness. My symptoms started to slowly improve. Now it's really important for people to understand, who are listening to this for the first time and hearing it, that these products do not cure and they do not heal. They provide an optimum environment for our body to repair itself. Being on these products, and I currently use everything, I'm about 75 to 80% better. Nikan is a marvelous company. Every so often, Nikan brings out new products, new technologies, and every time I try a new product and I start using it on a regular basis, my level of health is improved tremendously. Each one brings my life and my health to a new level. Once I started feeling better, I had a moral obligation to share with everybody that I know, people that I come across, whether they were my neighbors, my family, our friends, I just felt people needed these products. They're non-invasive, there's no chemicals involved, and there are no side effects, unlike many of the medications that I was taking that were actually hurting my body and creating side effects or bad effects to my condition. What I realized is when they made this impact on me, I wanted to share the products with people, and that's exactly what we did for the longest period of time. We shared the products because that's what changed my life, and that's what I was accustomed to and comfortable with sharing. As I started sharing the products, I realized that so many people were in a situation work-wise that they were not content with. They weren't happy with their hours, they weren't happy with their boss, they weren't happy with the times, they weren't happy with the 2-week holiday that they were getting. And I came home one day and I said to Michael, we've got to change our whole outlook on NICAN. The products are what NICAN is about. They go hand in hand with the business. But by golly, we've got to share the business with people because they need to understand that there's an opportunity here not only to impact the quality of your health, but to impact your financial future. And that's what we started to do. The fact that our lifestyle has improved so considerably and the quality of our lives has improved. The fact that through NICAN we have made friendships around the world, friendships with people that we would never have had a chance to have met, places that we have traveled, all because of NICAN. And I know for a fact that had it not been for NICAN, I would not be sitting here today and talking to these people, to all of you. So the products have made the difference, the business has made the difference, and we will continually share because we know we have something of tremendous value that the world needs to hear about. And we will be the messengers of good health, physically and financially, to everyone we meet.
Whether you're just the Florence Nightingale type who simply wants to help some others and maybe pay for your own products along the way, or you just want to make a little extra income, or you want to roll up your sleeves and get to work to create an empire, it's your choice. It's your business. You set your hours. You determine your income. What would you do with an extra $200 a month? What would you do with an extra $2,000 a month? What would you do with an extra $10,000 a month? Take a good look in the mirror and ask yourself 4 simple questions. Am I having any fun? Have I found a good purpose in life? Am I where I want to be financially? Where will I be in 5 years if I continue down the same path I'm on right now? NICAN is an international giant, 5A Dun & Bradstreet rating, stability and growth focused rather than downsizing, right-sizing, or capsizing. The uniqueness of our product line makes this a significant opportunity. It's a product line everybody needs, nobody else has, priced to sell and priced for profit. That spells opportunity. Do you hear it? Do you hear it? The train's leaving the station. I'm jumping on board. Are you coming?